Welcome, everyone. Greetings from the universe. We welcome you to our show, Celestra's Wisdom, with Shelley Celestra and me, your host, Ishana Sophia. On this program, Shelley Celestra brings you new tools for healing. We're coming to you from beautiful northern New Mexico, and we thank you for listening today. Today's date is April 18th, 2017. Let me tell you a little bit about our featured speaker, Shelley Celestra. Through her constant communication with Source/Prime Creator, divine beings and extraterrestrials, Shelley Celestra has the unique ability to bring forth powerful wisdom teachings for the times in which we live. You will find insight and self-empowerment as you learn new tools for healing, spiritual healing, in these videos. You may want to watch the videos in chronological order to build your foundation of knowledge in these new tools for spiritual healing. Please note, the information on this program is provided for educational purposes only and is not meant to provide medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment, or to take the place of medical care for maladies that are physical, psychological, or emotional. The purpose of this program is to share the research and personal experience of the speakers in spiritual healing by working with our subtle bodies and our own divine energy to bring cleansing, balance, and harmony within. On your journey of self-healing, we hope to help you ground your divinity in the body in order to expand your light and to provide you new tools for spiritual healing. Our goal is your self-empowerment that comes with the knowing and accepting of the truth of your divine self as healer. Now let me turn the mic over to Shelley Celestra.
Hello, I'm Shelley Celestra, and I bring you greetings from Divine Source and the United Light Beings of the Great Universe. We will be talking about topics such as self-healing, problem-solving for issues from entity attachment and clearing, to physical, mental, and emotional clearing and harmonizing. At the end of each session, I will address questions posed by listeners. For this session, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been doing this since I was 6 years of age, at which time I spent time with God, source of all that is, the ascended masters and angelic beings. I was taught what pure love is, how to meditate, how to see dimensional and interdimensional beings, how to see and clear energetic patterns, and how to assist others in using their healing gifts and find greater awareness of self and the great universe. I continue to practice the practice of sitting with Divine Source and the High Council every day. I have been blessed and continue to be blessed with gifts. I hope to share these blessings with you. I will help you access the universe so that you find greater awareness and understanding, as well as learning how to heal yourself. This is a synergistic relationship. As I teach you, you teach me by asking questions that I have to find answers for by accessing the universe. We are blessings for each other. I thank you for being a partner in this spiritual journey we are beginning.
So, to begin our program today, I'll let the listeners know that we're also going to be discussing some more basic concepts. So you could say this is Basic Concepts Part 2. So, Shelley, my first question for you today is, what is a healing team and who might be on our healing team?
Healing teams are guides, guardians, angelic beings, and ascended masters that have reached a level of ascendancy in specific divine attributes. Divine attributes are love in its pure form and all its aspects. So grace, harmony, joy, gratitude, peace, understanding, wisdom, truth, trust, and the list goes on. And you reach an ascendancy by coming into a physical body and mastering an aspect. Most ascended masters and archangels are ascended in at least 3 of the masterships. Love being the key one of all of the masterships that there are. But all of them have specific purpose when they work with you. Healing teams generally, not always, but are generally 3 beings at a time, and they work together as a group to assist us in healing whatever challenges we're facing in life, whether it be physical, emotional, mental, spirit, soul. So the beings on the healing team can, some will stay with you for a long period of time, and others will come in for a few months as you're needing a little extra support. Periodically, you might have 4 or 5 that will be with you, but they're there for very short term. If you are in an extreme situation where you are needing a lot of aid.
Okay. Would you give us an example of the words you would use to ask for help from your healing team?
Mm-hmm. So I would state, I call on my healing team to assist me in healing, transforming, repairing the negative energies in my being. Let's take for an example, let's say you wake up in the morning and you are completely exhausted and you can't find any physical reason for it. As far as you know, you slept well, everything else seems to be okay. So what you would do is you would ask them to assist you in finding the point at which that exhaustion seated in the body. And they will go in and help you look through your soul and spirit, your physical and non-physical body, and see if it's connected to depression or what the seeding is of it. And then assist you in lifting it out so that you can let it go. And you can either send it into the solar rays, or you can send it into the God's eye to be cleansed and transformed into love, and then reseated in the body where it came from. That's...
Okay. Well, I need that today because I have extra fatigue from what I believe was my soul work during the nighttime. So let's see if I can do what you said. All right. I call upon my healing team to assist me in cleansing and clearing the excess fatigue that I'm feeling right now. And then I forgot what you said about looking for the seed of it.
Yes. I asked them to search out and find the seed. The seat.
Seat, S-E-A-T.
Yes.
I asked my healing team to search out and find the seat of this excess fatigue in my body or non-physical bodies. Please gather it up and send it into the solar rays to be cleansed. And once this energy is cleansed, I ask that it be returned to its original source as pure energy. Does that cover it?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Great, thank you. All right, let's see. I just have a further comment. I recently became aware of like a subcommittee of my healing team. And it appears that these are all me in past lives or other times. And I was really surprised to discover that one of them is a Sasquatch. Me in another time, another life. So that was a very colorful thing to discover. All right, so thank you.
Can I just talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay, when your other lifetimes come in like that, that is a soul team.
A soul team, okay.
Yes. And it is, and it's also very powerful. And they can walk hand in hand with your healing team without any problem.
Mm-hmm.
Often they work together in order to create a twining of energies, meaning that they bring their specific healing skills together to create a harmonic balance with the allness of who you are.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I've also become aware that one of them is an Andromedan who looks like a very tall, handsome Native American man. And I've called him different names over time because I've experienced him in different personas, you know. But now I call him Maka from Andromeda. And so recently I've heard him speaking his star language in my ear. And it has a lot of the sh sound in it. And I've found my mouth starting to move, but I haven't quite spoken a star language yet. So that was fun.
Good.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to skip the one question because we've been on for 10 minutes now. Let me go on to the third question. What's the best way to send healing energy to a person or a member of my family?
Okay, family is the easiest one compared to other people, believe it or not. But it's because you have shared DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can send it from your God's eye directly to their God's eye. You can send it through the solar rays if you prefer to have a degree of separation.
I've done that before, where I've actually asked the warrior archangels to send the healing energy to someone that I wanted to remain anonymous with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So would you tell us the words you would use if you wanted to send healing energy to a family member?
Okay. The first thing I do is I call on my healing team and the healing team of the individual or group that
Mm-hmm.
I'm sending the healing energy to be present with me.
Mm-hmm.
I give them time to appear, which is usually 5 seconds. And then I ask that we work together, sending the energies from my God's eye outward through the solar rays and all its aspects to create healing, balance, and transformation in their lives. And then I'm very specific about what it is. Let's say the entire family is dealing with, like we had last week, a death in the family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that level of fear is back about what death means, about dying, what that does to us in our physical form. So you would send that energy out you would send energy to them as divine love, so that they feel wrapped in the wings of the angels that surround them, their healing team, their guides and guardians. And you get a very real sense of comfort when this energy comes to you, so that you can release that anger or that fear, that disharmony that you feel in your body. And you can also be very specific and pinpoint something as far as an illness goes in the body, and ask that the violet flames of transformation and healing and the rainbow rays be sent to them to assist them in healing and clearing. You can ask that the energy go from your God's eye to their God's eye, or you can again do God's eye, solar ray to their God's eye for that degree of separation if you feel you need it, so that they aren't, they're not as aware of who is sending the energy. And sometimes that is a good thing.
So they don't feel the pressure from the individual.
Correct.
Of the energy coming to them from an individual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because it can create pressure, and it can also create strain, and you don't want that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. When you are saying I send energy from my God's eye,
that's universal divine energy.
Okay, I usually just say all the divine energies. Does that cover it?
Yep.
Because then I don't have to always think of a special kind of energy that I want to send. Do you ever send energy from your God's eye and then ask that it create a bubble around the person that's permanently sustained according to their highest divine purpose?
No, well, you can do that. Now, more often, because we have all these tools open and activated on the planet, more and more people are opening and activating theirs, and it becomes a very natural, organic process that people open them because they become more aware that people are doing this. So normally what I would do, I would ask that their God's eye, in its open and activated state, create the bubble around them, and call on their healing team to assist them with that. Again, it gives you that separation between the two.
I see. All right. I have a final question that has several parts. What's the best way to send healing energy to Mother Earth, or to all of humanity, or to one of our institutions here on Earth?
Okay. One thing I should tell you, they're reminding me, the guides that are here in the room with us are reminding me, one of the best things to do for yourself every day is ask that you be anchored from your Rubeyea, that pure heart, to the Rubeyea of God, Source, and from your Rubeyea to the Rubeyea at the center of the earth. In this way, you are anchored to the all and the every, here as well as in the universe. And by doing this, you can keep yourself grounded even when you're doing healing work, whether on yourself or with others. I'm sorry, now I lost the question because I answered that.
Okay, so the question was the best way to send healing energy to Mother Earth, or all of humanity, or one of our institutions here on Earth.
Right. And for any of those, you can use the same pathway because you are so directly connected to the Rubeyea. What we are doing is myself, Ishana, and a group of light workers work at night to create things like the Grail matrix that we have on the planet. And it is a light matrix that has all the divine attributes flowing through it. And it flows through the planet, it flows throughout the entire universe, and it's there to assist us in healing when we are ready. You can ask for any of those divine attributes to assist you in your healing. So you can ask for purification or prosperity or fertility or whatever it is you need. But what I would do is, again, I would call in the healing team for, say, Mother, Father, Earth, Father, Mother, Nature, the Devic and elemental beings, because the Devic and elementals are the ones that work with the natural order of our planet. So I would call on them to assist me in healing, let's say, the weather patterns for the entire planet. And that would mean that we are healing drought in a country, or we are trying to assist in the breakup of tornadoes or some other serious disaster that could take place. So you call on those healers, which are, like I said, the Devic and elementals, to assist, as well as the healing team for the planet. And again, you have all these beautiful pathways. You've got the Rubeyea, and that is that pure heart energy again. So you are concentrating that energy in the center of that pure love, and you can have that expand outward with all its divine attributes throughout the planet, so that it begins that healing process. And then you can be specific about what you want to heal, or you can ask for a global relaxation of anger and hatred on the planet by using the divine attributes. Right now, we have set up a divine attribute harmonic resonance flows that go in every direction, up, down, in all directions, side to side. And those divine attribute harmonics are creating a grounding in people that they haven't had in a very long time. All our electronic devices have, for a lot of people, destroyed their grounding so that their mind is in the electronics. And I mean mind in the electronics, instead of being in their body where it needs to be. And you have this great disconnect on this planet. And so we are challenging that and helping people come back into themselves. If you are wanting to heal an institution on the planet, or a large group for some reason, you would use you would ask for their healing teams to work with you in the same way you do with an individual, sending energy from your God's eye, but definitely go through the solar rays for that if you're working with an institution or a large group, because you're just gathering universal energy and using it. And you can ask for pions and mitochondria the same way that you do for an individual, to flood whatever subject it is that you are concerned with. Let's take war for an example. Mm-hmm. You ask that the God's eye combined with the solar rays flood the war zones with peace, harmony, love, grace, understanding, wisdom, and anchor it to the Rubeyea at the center of the earth, so that that energy is continuing to flood that area. Because, as we all know, war is a huge issue on this planet right now.
Mm-hmm. Now, you just gave a brief and very specific prayer for war. But would you do the same for humanity? Because that long discussion, I got a little lost in it.
I'm sorry.
And I think our readers, our listeners, would like to hear a concise prayer for humanity as a model.
Okay. All right. So you would state, again, make sure that you're anchored to the Rubeyea, both gods and the one at the center of the earth, and state, I call on the healing teams for all people to work together in creating balance, harmony, grace, love, truth, trust, gratitude.
And I want to say healing on all levels.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Sorry.
That's okay. And healing for all beings. Healing slavery and enslavement. Healing poverty. Healing disparity.
Violence.
Healing psychopathic and sociopathic tendencies. We use all the power of the solar rays and the rainbow rays of the God's eye to keep this healing going until it is complete. It transforms, it changes, it grows. The love becomes brighter and stronger. The truth and the trust. Balance and create healing and forgiveness. We ground this in living truth and living reality in all levels, planes, dimensions, systems, realms, and kingdoms. And we thank and bless the healing teams, the guides, and the guardians for all beings. So it is.
And so it is. Let's close for today. We've been on for 22 minutes. So, Shelley, would you like to close with your divine blessing? I think it's at the top of that page or at the bottom of this one.
Bo Eleju es Balu ela ol es ame meaning may universal harmony, peace, and understanding live in you always.
Thank you for that beautiful blessing, Shelley Celestra. We also want to thank our listeners for joining Celestra's Wisdom today. We hope you will find this information helpful on your journey and that you will tune in again soon to see what's new. Please consider subscribing to this channel to follow the sequence of Shelley Celestra's lessons on new tools for universal healing. This is your host, Ishana Sophia, sending you peace, love, and healing from my heart to yours. Good day, and thank you for your presence with us.